Okay, this video I'm going to talk about what's new in Crooked Themes 1.92 compared to 1.91. We have an updated version of the smooth scrolling JavaScript, which you can scroll up and down the screen smoothly. And everything else, it's going to be noticeable and visible in the theme customizer screen. So everything, all the visual controls used to be under one big section. Now I've divided them into 6 different sections, and all the controls are there except the content responsive breakpoint, which appropriately I moved it to the responsive design section. And basically this I'm using the default as 900 pixels. That's a responsive breakpoint, and this breakpoint is for the theme columns, the Qt builder columns, the Angie shortcodes columns, and the auto column shortcode. So you're going to be able to change it now to any value that you want. Now, if you remember from the Tuxedo days and Theme City, the breakpoint is at 480 pixels, which if you have too many columns, that could be a problem. So some people complain about the 900 pixels, some they want a bigger value, smaller value. So I'm leaving it up to you. So you can make the change, the breakpoint decision over here. All right, everything else is below here. We've got the kill switch, which by default on a new theme, it's going to be deactivated. So if you want any of the settings of the rest of the sections, whether it's the general page, the header menu, and so on and so forth, you need to first activate the visual controls. And instead of putting one kill switch for each section, I put a master kill switch, which controls all of the visual controls. All right, so as far as new controls go, I've got 2 new ones. One is the menu bar color. So we're going to be able, now you're going to be able to change the menu bar color to anything else that you want. And also whether you're you want to hide the header on the home page or not. I'm going to talk about this more in detail tomorrow and why it makes sense, especially when it comes to certain types of themes. But let me give you a quick preview right now. So something I'm going to be talking also tomorrow is how to have an open theme like this one that you see right now, and as a style to have a box theme. So this is a box theme. It's basically the same theme, different style. Now, I'm going to go back to hiding the header on the home page. In some cases, and this is one of those cases, and it's my opinion, so everybody can have different opinions. That's why I put the choice in there so you can make your own choices. When it comes to the box theme like this, I prefer if just to have the slider and no header. It looks better for me. So I can go ahead and hide the header on the home page, and only on the home page. Okay, all the rest of the pages have headers. And in some cases, like the default theme, default style, I prefer to have the the header on the home page on. So do not hide it in this case. So you can go back and forth very easily. All right. Now, those visual controls, as you saw, work very well, whether it's you're applying them on a theme or on a style. Okay, so it's a starting point. You choose your starting point, whether it's a default theme or whatever style you choose. So this is the darker version of the boxed theme that I showed you before. And once you have that as a starting point, you can go ahead and make your changes. So for example, if I want to change the header color, it's up here. We're going to apply the header color. That's going to remove the image. And then we can go ahead and choose the header color to anything that we want. All right. So that's how to customize the themes from the customizer, theme customizer. Now, by all means, those visual controls are limited right now, and they're not a substitution, a replacement of Artisteer. You can still have more controls, and you have better control of how your theme is going to look if you create those either the theme or the different styles of the themes from within Artisteer. So once you, however, get your starting point, you can go ahead and make some changes. Some of the things that are missing is basically different fonts that you can use. We can change the font colors and the font sizes for most things, but you can't change the actual fonts. Shadows of things, whether it's for boxed images, the shadows on headers or shadows on the actual sheet. I have no controls for those. I'm probably going to be adding more controls in the future. All right, so that's about all the new things with this version.